Welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to share a new eyeshadow palette with you that is that is all matte, and they're really super hard to find these days, to have a whole palette all matte with all the shimmers and the sparkles and the bright colors going on these days. It's really hard. So but I found one and I love it, and it wasn't that expensive. So I want to share it with you. And I got it at Ulta. Never heard of this brand before, never seen it anywhere else, so that's where you have to get it. It's called Catrice Cosmetics, and this is the Modern Matte Collection. And it was, I believe, $8.99. Maybe it was a little bit more. I'm thinking $8.99. Beautiful colors. You got your light ones here, and then some of these putty colors, which putty is a really hard color to find in eyeshadow. Now, if you watch my other videos, you know that I like the Sephora. I love the little Sephora colors. These are great too. And I have one that is my favorite for my crease color, which is the Cloudy City Sephora. I've almost used all of this, and it's a great color too. So when you have gray hair, you got to get out of the gold browns and you got to move into the taupes and the putties. And there's not many out there. So I looked at the higher end palettes, and you know, I'm not going to spend $50 for one color, and actually they didn't have not one putty color. This is the first putty color I found, so I was really excited about it, and I wanted to share it with you because as you get older, you may not want all that shiny, sparkly, glittery stuff, and an all matte palette is really hard to find. And I feel this palette does the job and will take care of you for everyday wear. So, and it'll go day to night, and if you want to add some sparkles, but you'll have some very good colors to use in that crease. Many of them, and I'm finding that I'm using almost every color in this thing, so that is hard to find. You know, it's kind of like buying a music album and you only listen to one song, or you like one song. I like all these colors. The only two I haven't used too much is these cocoa colors on the end, and they're neutral browns, so they will work for most people, but they're very dark for me, for my complexion. So medium skin tone and dark skin tone ladies can definitely use those more. I'm probably using the first 5 and 6, 7. So I'm using 7 colors out of, you know, this palette, and that's exciting. So they're very smooth too. I want to say they're super smooth and silky, but there is quite a bit of dust off. So there you go. But for, you know, $10, it's worth it. So this is what I did, was I used this color. I'll take off my glasses. I used this color in my crease. That one in the middle. They don't have names. And I used it in my crease here today. And then I went in with this next darker color right here. And I used that right in here to darken that area, so that I could send that hooded lid back a little further. Make it a little bit more dramatic. Now, if it's nighttime makeup, I'll probably go just a little darker, one more darker than that, make it more dramatic, but for daytime that works. And then what I did was I used this second in from the end color. These are both great highlighters, and you'll probably wear these down to nothing, I am pretty certain. A good highlighter is hard to find, right? These are neutral highlighters, and they're both matte. They're all matte. So I used the second one in, and I did that just underneath my brow bone on both sides, and then right here. And then I took this white highlighter that's up here in the corner, and it is also matte. And I did that just in here to make my eyes pop. Just like that. And then I use this color that's third in from the end here. It's a blush. Now, the camera is doing pretty good justice. That's a beautiful dusty blush, and it is a neutral. Very hard to find that too, you know. pinks are kind of coming back, and I noticed that the color selection for makeup this year too, the pinks are coming back. And so I use that just up in here, just on that bone right there. And it just gives it a nice natural look. I really like it. So I don't know if you can see that. It's very, very natural look. So it's great. I love this palette. And then I use this dark color here as, let's see, I used some of this, and I used it in here to line my eyes just at the base of my eyelid, there where my lashes start. And that works really, really well. You can use a charcoal liner. I did put some eyeliner on, just a gray one will do, or a black one, whichever works for you. So, my glasses back on. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, because I think you will really enjoy this palette. Again, it's only available at Ulta that I know of, Catrice, and I will put it down in the description box below so you know exactly which one to get. So it's hard to find matte. It really, really is. And as you get older, you may not want all the shimmery stuff. So this is a great matte palette. It's a great basic. It's a great everyday. You'll probably use every color in here, and it'll probably look good with your gray hair. And if you're light skin toned, then you will be somewhere in this range. If you're medium, you'll hit here. And if you're dark, you'll just go for the darker ones. And those are like dark cocoa. It's like a cocoa chocolate brown. Isn't that pretty? And again, it is matte. That is not shimmer. It kind of looks like shimmer, but it's not. And this one in from the end. So see that? They're putty colors, and they look great with gray hair. So if you've gone gray, this is a great palette. If you're a young lady and you don't have gray hair, but you're looking for a great matte palette to use, I want to say contour, but that's not really, in the crease. These are great crease colors. Great crease colors here. Great highlighters. And so I wanted to share that with you because I know it's hard to find. So Ulta Beauty, and that's my tip for today. I just wanted to share it with you. Of course, if you don't wear eyeshadow, it doesn't really apply, but if you do, an all matte palette is wonderful for everyday wear. So that's it. I hope everything's going great in your lives out there, and thank you so much for watching. And we'll catch you next time.